What's so impressive about this game from the India number one, Arjun Erigaisi, is that Magnus Carlsen, world number one, playing with the white pieces here, plays a proper chess opening, going for the Catalan here. Named after the chess-playing cat Alan, long-time second of current world champion Gukesh D. He's incredible, deep opening knowledge. This happened in Title Tuesday on the 4th of August. Round 7, both of these guys finished top 2. I'll bring the full results of the tournament at the end. It was incredible. Plus there's some chess mafia stuff going on there that we need to get into. But let's dive in on this game. A demolition job on Magnus Carlsen. Who does that? Arjun's incredible. Look how well prepared he is here. This is online chess. They get 5 minutes each and no increment anymore. The main move here is knight e5, bishop c6, and you pick up a bishop pair. Not in this game. Magnus sends us into sideline territory already. He loves to do it. This is why we call him Nuggets Carlsberger, Magpie Crane Swan, Magnificent Cattle Prod. Take your pick, Mango Chutney Son. Only he can do this on the board. But Arjun just one-ups him here with the sideline stuff. Bishop b5. I've never seen this in the Catalan. Really weird and unique kind of position emerging already. And after knight c6, attacking the centre, do we see e3, meekly defending? No siree. You can't really move the knight anywhere good. So that's why Magnus goes pawn b3. It's a pawn sacrifice, a gambit. Really interesting idea. If you push past, by the way, might look nice, gaining a tempo, but knight b1 and the pawn's ultimately just weak. So we see takes on b3. You also, by the way, could have taken in the centre. There were 2 attackers, only 1 defender. Then white would have taken on c4, different game. This is how things went. Magnus now defends his centre, but he is a pawn down. He's got to find compensation. Arjun gets all his bits out. Magnus does the same. Now castles and a4 blasts off. He loves a rook pawn push. This bishop finds a home here. Looks kinda weird, this setup, but it's working. Black is a bit ahead. That's a clean pawn, remember. Now we see rook c1. Rook c8 defends this one a bit. On a good day, maybe you're getting c5, but not in this game. Magnus plonks the seahorse there, and this is a big threat. Ruin the structure, then this bishop's having fun, and that's why you do have to take. Rook takes must be played. If you took with the pawn, then the queens could be exchanged, and then this e2 pawn hangs at the end of that line. The queen is the only current defender. Queen d6 was played in the game here. Rook e1 breaks that nasty pin. Rook fd8 pressures the centre here, and Magnus activates the queen. We understand it. He wants to look for initiative over here. Can he generate something? b6 now from Arjun. Looks very weakening. And there is a way to pounce on this move, but Magnus misses it. What is the best way for white to play here may come quickly to the Catalan players out there. It's the exchange sacrifice. Rook takes c6. Magnus is normally onto this stuff like a flash. Knight e5. He loves initiative, especially in blitz. And look at the stallion you get. You either win back the exchange, or if black saves it, best move, then you win a pawn. Some material is now a bit equal, on pawns at least. Rook's hit. Say you come here to save yourself, then you can bounce back. Keep probing, and you can even start going bishop a3, threatening down here. This one's easily worth an exchange at the moment. White's doing fine. e4 comes in many lines soon as well. Let's back up. We didn't see it in the game. Magnus backs off, and from here on out, he just gets steamrolled. It's impressive. Knight a5 first, queen backs off, even a queen exchange is offered. Now that's brave against the goat of the endgame. Magnus doesn't go for it. If you take and centralise this knight, it's really good for black. You're just a pawn down, no compensation to speak of, so Magnus wants to keep it weird. Brings the queen here. Bishop b7 sets up that big mate threat. You could start doing this stuff, but actually it's no good. The knight can step in and black's okay. f3, but then you block your own bishop. So in the game, h3, really not the best. Arjun's got many good moves, knight hops, queen maneuver, but he goes h6 in response. Bishop c3 pressures the pony, and now we get queen f5. Not just opening this bishop and so on, and pressuring a pawn, but also preparing to win an entire loose rook. And that's why Magnus goes queen c1. Another question mark. What was better? Rook b2. But this is how things went, and there's a big tactical problem now. Bishop takes on f3 starts it. Probably should have said, can you find the move? But I didn't. Maybe you found the move. This is what was played in response, and it's not about taking that pawn over there. That's not so great. You lose time, you lose initiative. White can fight back, but the best way is knight b3. Queen moves out the way. No, she doesn't. Apologies. Magnus tries this weirdness. You take me, I take you, and white can fight there. But that wasn't played. The queen simply backed off. Magnus now saves his, and it looks like he's got all bases covered. The knight's got to go meekly back or something, but no. This is the first of two brilliant moves. It's knight takes on d4. And the point is, after captures, rook recaptures, it looks like you just hung an entire rook. But this rook is loose. That is the big problem, and that's why this tactic works. If you try and flick this in, I never really checked it. Oh wow, there's rook takes on g4 check. An even better intermezzo. Pawn takes, rook takes, and black's doing great here. The king is just so weak. h5's also coming. Big problem. So let's back up. We saw rook ec1. Now rook d7 covers the base. We see a5 from Magnus. h5 in response. And this is the big challenge. After this exchange, rook c4 covering the king. This exchange, if we take stock now, black is not one, but 2 pawns ahead. They're connected. They're passers. This is dangerous. And black's got the safer king. White's in trouble here. Big, big trouble. Arjun doubles the rooks, saying, please take this one. I'm having fun after takes, and rook d1 check. King steps up to g2, h2, doesn't matter. And when your rook left the 4th rank to recapture on c7, it meant that this pawn was left all on its lonesome. Black's, of course, crashing through here. You're not long for this world. So let's back up. We didn't see takes on c7. Magnus goes king g2. Queen g5, excellent micro improvement of the queen. Stops queen e5, eyeballs the rook, and still you can't take because of the problems at the end of the line. So Magnus goes queen b4, overprotects the g4 pawn. Now he's prepared to take, but Arjun's ready to hit him, fighting back with knight d5. And he covers here. Maybe he's hopping one day, not just yet. It's a monster, let's put it that way. Magnus therefore takes best, but now we see recaptures with check. Yes, the pawn can block rather, but boy is this king drafty here. Queen e5 was now played, covers the base of the pawn once more, looks to invade. Rook e4, don't blunder your queen. Queen b1, Magnus wants them on the board, and now not strictly necessary, but Arjun goes direct here. Pawn f5, and he roars like a mighty chess lion. What an aggressive move. Best was takes apparently. Try and open the king for some checks at least, but still black's winning. This was played. The bar hates it, dropping now to about -5. This queen centralizes, pawn is covered, and here we go. The second brilliancy to drive home this fantastic win. Rook d1. Beautiful. Should be impossible because after captures, queen captures, you're sitting pretty, but this is the in-betweener. the Zug that you can whisper to your opponent to freak them out, give them goosebumps. And after captures, you're about to mate the king or win a rook. White just can't fight against this invasion. So let's back up here. We see this one defending the rook on e1. The second rook now invades though. So much pressure, so difficult. Magnus finds this move, but check is now played. King stepping up. More checks. No repetition today. We don't see king recaptures here, or you get mated. So queen takes here was selected. Looks like you're fighting, but this is brilliant from Arjun. A third brilliancy, you could say, although it doesn't get the exclams. Queen h2 check. And if you capture the loose rook, this is a mate. Really nice spot, low on time. That's where these guys just take it to that next level with seconds on the clock. Queen g1 check. This is wonderful. Driving the king around, poking and prodding at those pieces. Where's the finish? Where's the knockout blow? Here it is. This pawn shuts the trap on the king. The rook shuts the trap. And so this is an unavoidable mating threat. King g2. You check, drive it back, and you still execute it. So to fight, you have to take a pawn. And then you lose a rook, and with it, the game. Wonderful victory there, but here's the twist. If we jump to the standings, Magnus and Arjun both finished on 9.5, but if we look at tie breaks, Magnus 77.5, Arjun 77. So Magnus pips Arjun by a point, half a point rather, to take first place. And if that wasn't chess mafia enough, despite the fact that Magnus lost the head-to-head, Hans Niemann finished down in 8th despite having the same tiebreak as Magnus. This is getting weird. Really, really weird. Some pure chess mafia business at play. Do, of course, let me know your thoughts as well as your fantastic Magnus names. I've got to run. It is actually my birthday today, so I won't be putting up a video Saturday night. Should be back Sunday. Thank you for all your support, especially channel members. Greatly appreciated. And have a look at the video on screen if you want to see another epic game of chess played by Wesley So, Immortal. Thanks a lot for watching and see you soon. Cheers.